Good morning, my friends. Today we are going to talk about NIO. I had a few option plays that really took off and made some money off them, but before I invest any of that money into this company, I want to take a deeper dive and look at the company's position and the product lines offered before I go into this company. And with all the uncertainty, it is important to keep some cash in your accounts. Buy the dips. I do not think that we are out of the coronavirus quite yet, and we have the US election, which could provide some more buying opportunities, as I like to say, for new investors and old investors alike. First, let's go to the website. So on the website, if we scroll down here, you can see they offer battery as a service. You can see that they're looking at their power innovation for battery technology and charging technology. We can see their different product models that they offer. And a lot of these products are more of an SUV type of vehicle, similar to the Model Y that Tesla just came out with during the pandemic. However, I think SUVs will do very well in the American market. But what I wanted to see is the About Us. Go to About NIO, and then we see the future is smart, electric, and autonomous vehicles, and we aim to lead the way. Now, that sounds pretty nice to hear as a potential investor. And this company already has products in the market, unlike another company, Nikola. In order to get a better understanding of this company's financial position, we would want to go to the SEC website, and then we can look and search for NIO. And then, since they are a foreign entity, we want to look at the 20F. Now, I have the 20F pulled up right here, and if we click View Excel Document, it downloads into an Excel. So on this Excel, we can see still it's the 20F, and then we go to the balance sheet, and in 2018 to 2019, we had a drop in current assets. And in 2018 to 2019, we had an increase in current liabilities. Now, that would explain why our current ratio went down by almost 2/3. If we look at our debt to asset, we can see it increased substantially. Now, that is because there was a large loan by a Chinese affiliated company given to NIO, and we can see that right here in the balance sheet. Now, if we go to the statement of comprehensive earning, you can see that they made more revenue in 2019 than in 2018, and they increased their costs substantially in 2019 from 2018. Therefore, their gross loss ended up increasing in 2019. But if we go down, you can see that the loss per share decreased substantially, which is good. Next, I think it is important to look at an interview the CEO did in 2019.
I think our investors don't understand our long-term value. For the standpoint of NIO, we have faith in our long-term value. There are complicated reasons led to the stock rise and fall, which is beyond our control. It's a very complicated thing, especially if there is a short-selling mechanism in the US.
But you speak of the challenges in the US. Meanwhile, the Chinese government is trying to attract the top technology companies to list on domestic exchanges. Is that something you would consider?
Now the Shanghai Tech Board is still at an early stage. We need to look into its regulations, which is also very complicated. We will consider overseas investors' interests.
So the money that you have from this partnership in China, you think will be enough to last you through the rest of the year?
Broadly speaking, we would like to connect the US and Chinese capital markets. NIO has raised funding from global investors. We haven't raised any RMB funding, but most of the funding are US dollar. Through the entity NIO China, we will be able to raise RMB funding in the future. As per the RMB fundraising, we definitely have a clear timetable. We hope to close the deal in the foreseen future. So far, we are on schedule.
It took Tesla 16 years to become profitable. How long is it going to take NIO?
You can't ask a 4 or 5-year-old toddler to make money. I think it's quite difficult. If you look at Tesla, it has been established for 16 years. NIO has only been established for over 4 years. I'm sure that we don't need over a decade to make profit.
So what are the plans for the United States? If you're not expanding in 2020, how are you thinking about the United States as a market long term?
所以我现在在 lead 一个 team，
I'm currently leading a team who's been working so hard, aiming to answer the question, what do NIO's product and service, NIO's community, mean to the US customers? What is the correct way to provide service to them? We will start to provide our service after we figure it out.
So, as you can see, the CEO does not think that it will take as long as Tesla took to make a profit, which is a very good outlook to have, especially if you are at the viewpoint of an investor. Next, we can look at the statement of cash flows. We can see they are losing money substantially, but that is something that we already had an idea of after we looked at the statement of operating. However, this breaks it down into more detail, and we can see that in operating, they lost a little more money, but in investing, they ended up making money by selling some old investments. Then in financing, they made a lot of money in 2018 and not as much money in 2019. Some of the accounting is off, but I think that was because they have to follow GAAP accounting standards now that they're traded on the New York Stock Exchange. I think we could expect a big anticipatory run up if they make profit, which sounds like it could be very soon. This company is very similar to Tesla, from the website to the products. Though Tesla has proven innovation, this company is essentially backed by the Chinese government. And, I mean, do you really think that they will let Tesla be the only one making electric vehicles, especially in China? I doubt that the Chinese government would let this company fail, regardless of how long it took for the company to make profit. And the product line is so similar to Tesla that they have a license to practice autonomous driving in the state of California. They intend to go worldwide eventually, but would like to stay in mainland China, where they have an amazing program to swap batteries. When I first heard that, I was shocked, but it makes sense. The car is lifted up and the battery is simply replaced. I don't know if it is autonomous. I don't know if there is a service worker, how much it costs, but I would imagine that they are striving to be as close to filling up the gas tank as possible. This strategy was first implemented by Tesla a number of years back, but they decided to go with the supercharger instead. However, this battery replacement can be completed in under 10 minutes. Some sources say 3, and this completely solves the charging aspect. Though, with some of the improvements that Musk announced on Battery Day, I think it will have been a good decision for Tesla to go the charger route. NIO also does charging, but to a lesser extent than Tesla, and a lot of the infrastructure went into replacing batteries, essentially eliminating the fear of running out of range that makes many customers wary of purchasing an electric vehicle. Lastly, I just wanted to look at this article. Here we can see that Edison Yu claimed they continue to see compelling evidence that NIO is increasingly perceived by customers as a high-quality premium brand with best-in-class technology and services. Which sounds like a glowing recommendation from an analyst that understands the EV market. So overall, I think that NIO would be a buy in the $20 to $23 range. I think that we could see a large increase in the stock price, and the market cap for this company could skyrocket if some good things start going NIO's way. They've done a great job weathering the storm that was the coronavirus so far, and there could be more bumps in the road, but I believe that this company could go far. Well, that's all for me. Make it a great day. Bye-bye.